Welcome to our Fastest 40 preview, brought to you by Apico Factory Racing. It's finally time for the long-awaited return to the fully revamped Preston Docks track this weekend for round 2 of the MotoHead Fastest 40 Championship, powered by Michelin. Now, the sandy circuit has been totally changed in the past couple of months, and this will be the first meeting to take place on this all-new, newly revamped track. It's actually a totally different track on a different bit of land to the circuit that hosted British Championships in the past. And with the forecast for sunshine and high temperatures, it'll be a tough test. Now, perhaps the most exciting class of all will be the ACU Apico Two-Stroke Festival British 125 Championship round on Saturday, where it's a case of the new young superstars facing up to the master of the 125. That's Rob Holyoake, who stunned the massive crowd with his rides on an old-school 125 Husky at the Vets Nations, and he's recently returned from the USA, where he's been riding lots of much more modern smokers in the heat of California. He also rode at the World Two-Stroke Championship at Glen Helen, which of course is just like Preston Docks, but hotter, bigger, hillier and a bit more famous of course. Now, the experienced Holyoake makes his debut in the series and will face young guns like Scunthorpe's own Josh Vail. He only last season was racing on 85s. Vail enters round 2 as the current leader, holding the coveted red plate after a clean sweep, bagging maximum points at round 1 in Foxhill, where he simply trounced the opposition. He's been dialing in his sand riding with wins at Hawkstone Park last weekend, then a day in the sand of Fat Cat riding in the World Junior Team Tryout Day, followed straight away by some open practice at Preston Docks. He's riding incredibly well and is determined to continue his winning streak. However, there are plenty of other riders in the stacked gate of a full 40 entrants, including Jamie Keith and Charlie Richmond. The competition is fierce and the excitement is building across this 8-round championship in conjunction with the Apico Two-Stroke Festival, who will host rounds 6th and 7th at Sellinge in Kent on August 16th to 18th. Now, also on Saturday are the Pro MX1 and MX2 classes, run separately this season, as the championship used to be known as the MX National Series, ran both of them together. Now, the defending MX1 champ and red plate holder is Crendon True 7 Honda rider Conrad Muse, a clear winner in both motos at the opener. Even when he thought race 1 had finished and he pulled off the track with a couple of laps to go at Foxhills, he still had such a huge lead he went back out and still won before anyone caught him. Now, he loves the sand and he beat Jeffrey Hurlings in the sand, well, and mud of Ling in the opening British Championship opener too. So he's definitely the favourite, of course. Now, second at the opening Fastest 40 round was the much improved South African rider Tristan Purdon, who had some impressive starts at Foxhills and in the second race held off Muse for quite a few of those opening laps. That is not an easy thing to do. Now, Purdon is really coming into his own, but riding sand has not proved to be his strength so far, it seems. He was blazing fast on the hard pack at Foxhill, but a week later in the sand of Ling wasn't quite as far up at the front as much as he'd like to have been. Maybe he'll be on podium pace at Preston, where he'll face a renewed challenge from Muse's Honda teammate Taylor Hammal. Now, Hamill rides the MX2 class in British Championships, but the MX1 at the Fastest 40, and was third overall in the opener at Foxhill. After being quickest in qualifying, where he admits he usually doesn't excel, he crashed twice on the first moto first lap and had to come through the pack. But in race 2, he overhauled Purdon to take second place in the final moto for third overall. Now again, Hamill is totally at home on hard pack, so sand will prove to be a big test for him. Also fresh from great rides at Foxhill are Ulsterman Jason Mira, who took a solid third in the Foxhill opener from fellow Ulsterman Martin Barr. Barr says he's loving the handling of the bike now the Apico team have switched to Honda, and he's simply brilliant in the sand. His teammate Tom Grimshaw will be hoping for some better results, while joining them on the line for round 2 is former British champion Christian Watley, 2023 expert champion Ashley Greedy and 23 Scottish champion John Adamson. Now, Adamson is not contesting many English races this year, and he's always incredibly quick and very aggressive. Watch out for him at Preston Docks. In the Leah MX2 class, former British champ Tommy Searle leads the way with his dirt store Kawasaki teammate Joel Rizzi, who's in third place. They were separated by Ben Mustoe in the opening round at Foxhill, who had a simply storming ride. Now Charlie Heyman, now looking really comfortable on the SC Sport Homes Husky, plus Joe Brooks and Mackenzie Marshall make up the top 6. And fresh from his 11th place in last weekend's Portugal MXGP, Billy Askew returns this weekend to throw his spanner into the works. Now the opening MX2 race at Foxhill was a thriller between Heyman and Searle, as the teenager held off the 30-something man Searle until halfway through the first heat. Mustoe came through to third from Joe Brooks and Joel Rizzi, and in the second moto Searle led away and controlled the pace, keeping a decent distance from Rizzi in second, with that man Mustoe third again. Jamie Wainwright took fourth, while Heyman had problems on his first lap and came around in 17th. Now he had put on a really gritty ride and pulled back up to 5th. But that meant Searle took the overall from Mustoe and Rizzi, with Heyman on the same points but in 4th place. That's a lot of young talent chasing down the master. Will Preston Docks see Searle dominate again, or will it be someone else on top of the podium? Now following Pro Saturday, all eyes turn to the Fly Racing official ACU British Championship for amateur and clubman classes, plus the all-new Honda Cup on Sunday. Now one class where you have to have a Honda to be in it is the all-new for 2024 Honda Cup. There is plenty of prizes on offer, including the chance to win a brand new Honda CRF250R, and of course the class is completely full of CRF250R race bikes. Currently, Howard Wainwright, Adam Chatfield and Henry Williams have all secured a great start. But it's not just the winning that counts in this class, with a Fly Formula helmet being given away each round. Oh, and a special Honda guest rider making an appearance. For Preston Docks, that'll be MotoHead's own chief tester, Dave Willett, who frankly hasn't raced an MX2 bike in a very long time. Gates home to the venue at noon on Friday, so be there for fun in the sun. Spectator and camping passes are available online and on the gate. And remember, MotoHead will be bringing you all the news right throughout the whole weekend. See you at Preston Docks.